Hi, I think this is working. I don't know. This is my first time live streaming. So I've got YouTube and I've got Instagram going. So let's see how this goes. I thought I'd do a bit of a get ready with me. So little brushes up there. So I just thought I'd do this and chat a bit about my situation in the current case of events and what's going on. So what's happening? So welcome. And I'm just going to waffle on and talk to myself for a little bit, but I'll also show you the bits and pieces that I'm using. I'm using the BalanceMe Instant Lift Primer. So I'll just shove that everywhere. Excuse the lighting. It's not great in the position I'm in, but it's the only place I can do this. So hello Wilkes911 on Instagram. So I thought just start with priming here. I primer afterwards. Now I don't know what this is going to turn into, and I don't know if anyone's going to see this, but we shall see. If you've got any questions you want to ask me about anything I'm talking about, then feel free to ask away. Now for my eye primer, I'm using a Collection Illuminating and Reviving eye primer as well. So I'll just shove that on there and then I'll do my face while this sets. I can't be too long doing this because I've got someone else in the house waiting to use the main computer. So for now, we'll just see how we're going. So first of all, do foundation using a Primark brush and 17 Miracle Matte foundation. I'm nearly at the end of this, so I'm trying desperately to use it up. So it's not the best foundation in the world. It's not the best colour match, but we shall see how it turns out today. I've had more people joining on Instagram as well, so this is going to be interesting. So yes, everyone knows what the current situation is. I don't need to tell you what's going on there. I just want to share my perspectives on it and how it's actually affecting me and those around me. So for a start, as you probably know from past posts, I am immune deficient, and that means that I have to replace my immune system every week on a Monday, which I am most definitely sticking to at the moment. So what does that mean? It means I basically can't go outside without wearing my mask, which is a PM 2.51. It's one I've had for a while, but we just bought some, managed to actually get some new filters for it. So it's navy blue. I will be putting a photo up later, but if I'm not really seeing anyone or going near anyone, I use my other just plain mask that a friend of mine bought me, and it's finally coming into use. It's quite alternative looking, it's quite fun. So like I said, I'll be bobbing a couple of bits on there as well. Next I'll go for my concealer, which I'll use the same brush, and I'm using the Lacura concealer pen, and this, I can't even remember what shade this is, but it's the lightest one, Ash I think it's called. So we'll shove that on and then let's try and cover these eye bags up. Not that they're too bad at the moment, but you never know. And then we'll go on to the more exciting bit, which will be eyeshadow. Any colours or ideas you have of what you want me to put on there, just let me know. Got everything next to me that I may need, so we'll just see where it takes us. So yeah, just chucking on my concealer. So going back to what I was talking about, being immune deficient means I basically haven't left the house apart from yesterday to go to the orthodontist because my brace, of course, my brace decided to break. So they cut the bits and pieces off there for me so that I could eat a bit better. So of course, I'm just at the beginning of that. So all my wires are really quite thin, so they're extra susceptible to the breaking. So I've had one bracket fall off, which is the main reason I went in, and the other ones have just like come apart. So it's just one of those things that happens when you have braces. But yeah, that was the collection pressed powder in shade Tender Touch that I've just bobbed on there. So eyeshadow wise, I'm going to start with the Old Faithful, which is my Primark, which as you can see are well used. I'm going to use this white shade and then we'll go from there. So let me grab my flat brush. This is one of the Tarte Mermaid collection ones that I got a while ago, and I'm just going to pretty much put that everywhere so that the eyeshadows stick. So this isn't a tutorial, this is it. If you want to join in, please do, with ideas as well. So, and anything else, when I have my deliveries, the delivery driver, who are fantastic, we have a few that I see all the time, they're all ask after you and make sure that everything's working, that you've got everything, leave it on the doorstep and it's good. We had any other deliveries that we have, we just literally just ask them to leave them outside on the doorstep, and we shove them under the UV light bulb that we stuck in the front entrance. And as usual, I always have tea. Got to have a big cup of tea. So what's next? I think I'm going to go for maybe a slightly just a basic look, so we'll jump out of that one and keep it open, and I'm going to go in with another palette which is a gift from a friend, which is the Technic Smokey Eye palette in the brown, and it looks a bit like this. So I'm going to have a little play around. I've used this a few times before and it's a really nice palette to use. So I'm going to grab my blending brushes, which are again both Primark. One's a double-ended one, one's a big fluffy thing, and we'll just go ham and see what happens. So let's see what else. I'm also asthmatic, so making sure that I'm taking my inhalers, even though I'm not coming into contact with people, has been a really important thing that I've needed to do. So I've been really making sure that I've taken the morning and night, as well as my allergy spray, which is another problem. Anytime I want to go outside, my hay fever decides to blow up. So that's always fun and games. But other than that, I'm just keeping myself busy in the house or in the garden, just chilling out, getting some to-do list things done. I've been repairing clothing that I've needed to do and other bits and pieces like that. So as I've been plodding my way through, I've actually learned properly how to use a sewing machine, which I'm really quite proud of. So more creations in that way will be coming along. So I apologise for the spamming of what will happen. So what else has been happening in my life has changed because of the situation. Like I said, every time I do go out, I have to wear a mask, so I get some very uncomfortably judgmental stares off people, which isn't good. So when I do go out, I always feel a little bit extremely self-conscious, and I'll just taking the brown shade out of the other palette to deepen up this side. So I feel very judged when I do leave the house, and it's not comfortable. So I probably do leave less than I probably should. So when I do go out, it's extremely nerve-wracking. Am I going to get judged by people as I go? Am I going to be waved, shouted at, jeered at? I never know. So I haven't actually been out on my own. I go out walking with my partner, who is also staying at home a lot as well. So we'll just see what happens with that. Luckily, neither of us are unwell, but it's just preventative isolation. So it's really difficult knowing that you want to go out, you want to be at work, you want to be doing stuff, but you're physically incapable or not allowed because of the risk that you actually may, uncomfortable as it is. Hello, someone else has just joined. Nice to see you. If you've got any questions about what I'm talking about, please leave them down below. So yeah, my main risk is quite a drastic one because of chest issues in the past. If I end up getting this, there is a high risk. I'm very good, thank you. How is everyone who's watching me today? What are you doing in your isolation days? Are you keeping yourselves occupied? Are you finding things to do? I've found a lot of upcycling, so I'm also doing that as well, a little bit every day. So things are coming together with that as well. So I'm letting out my creative side, as well as doing all of these makeup and finding time to do other bits and pieces. Now, what I am going to do is bob a little bit of shimmer, I think, a little bit of gold. I just realised what I'm doing is also matching my my dress as well, which I did get for Christmas. Thank you. This isn't how I normally have my hair, but it keeps it out of the way because it tends to flop over my eyes, which isn't good when you're trying to do a makeup look. Now, where is that gold that I normally have lying around? Can't find it. So we'll dip into this little Avon Sephora palette because that's got a nice goldy sparkle in there. Mr. Kilmer, you're working and resting. That's really good. What are you doing? Anything interesting? Are you keeping us all safe? Because all I can say is thank you for doing that. Anyone who's working during this time is very much appreciated in my eyes. You're all doing a stellar job while you're out there. And believe me, if I could, I would be helping out as well as much as I can. But unfortunately, everything's having to kind of slow down for me. You're in Morocco. What's it like? What's the situation like over there? Is it like over here being in lockdown, or have you got a little bit more freedom to move around? So I'm just using that as a little highlight, putting it in here in the corners. Luckily, one thing that we have managed to do is find a local place that I can get meat, eggs, cheese, vegetables from, so that it's I'm able to get, well, we're able to get everything we need in. We got a load of basics beforehand. Well, keeping places safe is very, very important. And like I said, I appreciate you keeping it safe for everyone around us so that we can enjoy using things when we get back. It's still a very, very important role that you're playing in all of this. Now I want to dip into this sandy colour and try and get a bit of transition going between these because I don't know how well it's come out. So I'll just lay a little bit of that down, a bit sandy. Just to blend it out a bit. It's not the most out there look I've ever done, but just as a little basic get ready, I don't think it's going too badly so far. So I'll just darken that crease up a little bit with a darker brown out of the Primark palette. So we're getting everything delivered to the door, which is really handy enough. But it does have an impact on your mental health, so I'm also looking after that by doing things I enjoy, so sewing, watching YouTube. A lot of people doing live streams, which I'm really enjoying watching at the moment as well. If you have any recommendations of people to follow, then let me know, because I'm always interested in new people to follow on YouTube. But thank you very much. But yeah, so apart from not leaving the house, nothing much has really changed in my life as such. But I am letting out my creative side, so I'm quite enjoying that. Wash and highlight. I don't contour because I basically don't know how to do it, so I'm not sure how. But I will bob a little bit of blush on and a little bit of highlight if I can find it. There it is. So my blush is a number 7 blush, which I've had for a while. It's a loose one in soft Damson. So I shall use one of my tart brushes again, the mermaid ones, to put a little bit of brush in there, just because I feel that I need a bit of colour. Just not being in the sun, I have paled out quite a lot. You might not be able to tell because of all the foundation I just put on. This is one that I keep for the days when I need to put a bit of colour in my cheeks. So that's that one. I only put a very little bit on. And then the highlight, I'm going to little mini fan brush, and I'm going to take the ModelCo highlighter in Frose to try. So we've got a little highlight there. So let's give this a little bit of highlight on my cheeks. If it'll work. Yeah, just a little bit of highlight there. Put a little bit on the other side to match. Quite a nice little brush. Put a little bit Cupid's bow, end of the nose, as you do. I like just going with a slightly softer one that I can compact a bit to really pick up that highlight. But on my cheeks, I thought today I fancied putting on a bit of makeup just to see, so I thought I'd do it with you guys, just a little basic what I could do for an everyday. Seeing as I can't work from home, I am literally just sat on the sofa or sat on the floor, depending on what I'm working on, and going from there. So next, I'm going to put my mascara on. I'm using the Natural Collection Waterproof Mascara in brown black. It's not my normal one, but it's slightly different. I'm not keen on the spoolie for this one, but it'll do for today. Normally I do use a black mascara, but I thought today I'd change it up a bit. So put this on here. Oh, just realised I need to do brows as well. So we'll shove a bit of brows on. So that nice. I'm just using the end again, getting to the end of this one. This is just a Primark brow gel. So I'll grab my little liner brush and dark brown out of the Primark palette again. Just do a little filling in just to tidy them up a bit. I don't need to do much because my brows are already pretty thick as they are. This just gives them a thick, but they are a little sparse. So I just like to pop a little bit in, especially at the end, just to tidy them up, define them. This is another Primark angled brush, and I'm just using for that, and shove it in here. Shove a little bit of this on. Just give them a bit of shape. Things have already been out once. I thought I'd do this afterwards. Right, a bit more tea. And then I'm going to attempt to get some highlighter, so some eyeliner still. We'll see how this goes. This is the Collection Extreme 24-hour felt tip liner in black that I'm going to use. So this is always really difficult to get this accurate because my eyes are hooded. Also a bit wrinkled. It's what you get in your 30s, wrinkly eyelids. So you'll have to excuse me, I can't really talk and do this at the same time. But yeah, the other things I've had to adapt and do as a chronically ill person at this moment in time is get my prescriptions set up an online ordering and delivery system for my prescriptions. Now the other eye. I do have a lot of them, so it has forced me to be able to sort this out finally. But I'm glad my local pharmacy does deliver. That is not the best job I've ever done with eyeliner, but it's not too bad. It'll do for today. So what's left? Lower waterline and lips. So I'm going to go in with just a normal black on my waterline. So I'll use, I'm going to find a black pencil. There we go. No. Yeah, we'll go for peach to open my eyes up. This is a Primark eyeliner. This came in a duo set with white and pink. I'll just bob that in there just to brighten everything up a bit. Now I've already put my eyeshadow under there. And now finally we'll go for a lipstick. Now what would go with this? Neutral brown maybe? Or no, not that one. Maybe a dark colour, maybe that one. Plum. We'll go with the plum one. I've not used that in a while. So let's bob that on. This is another Primark lipstick. Can you tell I like Primark products? This one is one of the Vitamin E sheer lipsticks in the shade Prince Charming. So I quite like the look of that with that one. Thank you. I'm not very good at the eyeliner, but actually I need to adjust this side. It's not as sharp as I'd like it. There we go. Much better. So put a bit of lip liner on there as well. I'll be using this one by Maybelline Colour Sensational. and it is in the shade Hollywood Red, so I'll just line that to really define the edges of my lips there. Quite like that, that little hint there. So I think I'm ready to, it needs a cut. I meant to go before all this kicked off, but it didn't. That didn't happen. So I'm going to stick something at this side for black with a bit of a polka dot. So stick that in there, and there we have the finished look. What do you all think? Just for a quick get ready with me. Don't think that turned out too badly. Quite happy with that, especially the lip colour. It turned out better than I thought it would. So yeah, if you want to, well, thank you very much. If you want to know any more, or you have any questions, I am on YouTube, same username as on my Instagram, so both. And if you want to type anything in the comments, then just let me know and we'll go from there. So I hope you all, well, learnt a little bit more in my little waffling live stream here. And you never know, I might do another one if it's something that people are interested in. So I shall see you later and have a good lockdown. And I'm sure you'll be seeing my face a little bit more as we go. Bye, everyone.